These are the 3 tasks you absolutely have to get done when you only have 1 hour a day to work on your business to make sure that you are making progress without burnout, anxiety, or sacrificing your love life. Welcome to Embodied Entrepreneur. This podcast helps female entrepreneurs heal trauma and regulate the nervous system so that they can build a profitable, sustainable, and anxiety-free online or offline. I am your host, Sheridan Ruth. What I prioritize every day to build my own business organically and without having to succumb to 10-hour work days. And it's really important you stay until the end because the third non-negotiable is the most important when it comes to actually making money, but it's the one that most people avoid, and I'm going to help you stop avoiding it. So, quick check-in. Do you ever have days where you feel overwhelmed or anxious or like you're doing a lot of things, but your income isn't actually growing? I remember going through this a couple of years ago. I was debating changing my entire business model and marketing plan because I was tired, I was exhausted, I was unclear about how to make it all work without burning out like I had last year, like the year prior. I was indecisive about whether or not I should do Reels or YouTube or if I was basically just like talking into a void anyway. I was trying on all of these different marketing and sales and service strategies that not only felt icky, but they just didn't work, right? Like in the end, I was just wasting precious time and energy. And honestly, I was feeling pretty bitter because the last investment that I had made had underwhelming results. Now, I'm not blaming the person who I purchased it off. I'm just saying that, that's where emotionally, that's where I was. At the time, I also had a lot of things going on. I was very actively trying to heal and integrate my complex PTSD. I was traveling consistently. I was studying. And at the time, I had about 1 hour a day to dedicate to building my business. So after a lot of trial and error, and quite a few too many shame spirals of how I should be more successful by now, but just moments before applying for a part-time job, I took all of my tools from the trauma and yoga therapy trainings that I had done and I applied them to my sales strategy. From this space, what I now call the somatic sales strategy was born. This is something that I had never seen anybody do. This is something that no coach had told me, no yoga teacher had told me, no matter how much of an expert they were. Nobody had told any of this stuff. And it really came out of like this divine desperation where it was like, something's got to work. These are the things that I know. This is what I need. How can I take what I know and fill in the gaps where other people aren't quite, other education, other experiences aren't supporting me? So the somatic sales strategy is a very efficient way to make sure that you are supporting your business and leading to sales while also doing all of the other things where you need. It is the one thing that I fall back to consistently, either personally and with my clients. It is somatic sales. It's the foundation of body-based business, which is my one-on-one coaching program. And what it means is that we look at the daily actions that are supportive to your body, as well as what business strategy is supportive. And then we strategically align both so that you have health and energy and creative spark, as well as consistent income. Then we create a daily strategy that is supportive to your nervous system. And today I'm going to be sharing the daily strategy. It's a daily strategy that the invitation to you is to divide your hour into 3 parts. So we do 20 minutes of clients, 20 minutes of content, and 20 minutes of connection. Connection is the most important. It's the one that people avoid, or they do it in ways that harms them and harms the progress of their business. I recommend you grab a pen, if you can, or grab your notes app or just share this. Sometimes I share things to myself so that I come back to it later. So I'm going to share the intention of each section and then some reflection questions. Because the third one is the place where people struggle the most, I'm probably going to focus a little bit more there. So, number 1, clients. The goal with the section of the clients is to help our clients have an amazing experience honoring your own boundaries and needs. Questions that I regularly ask myself, and I encourage my clients to as well, is to ask, what do my clients need? What do I need to support my clients? And how can I meet both of these needs? I'll repeat that, write them down. What do my clients need? What do I need to support my clients? How can I meet both of these needs? So that's clients. The second is content. The goal here is to make yourself visible and help people connect with you and make informed decisions about how they want to keep connecting with you. For some of them, it's going to be working with you. So the content questions that I like to ask myself are, how am I serving my community today? How am I educating, inspiring, and encouraging people to work with me? And am I being visible? I'll repeat them. How am I serving my community today? How am I educating, inspiring, and encouraging people to work with me? And am I being visible? So we want to make decisions and spend our time doing things that are going to help you serve, educate, inspire, encourage, and be visible. The third one is connection. The goal here is to speak to people, connect with people, stay open to and verbalize that you could work together.
Right? But that sounds like pushy sales energy.
So this is Freya, my co-host, who is here asking questions that you are probably thinking as you guys both learn to leverage the power of the nervous system to build business that feels easy and fun. And Freya, you're right. A lot of people think that this is what's happening, but that's not what I'm saying. However, it's very important to make sure, well, it's not what I'm saying because, and we talk about this in episode 39 or 40, I think. It's how the sympathetic nervous system, fight response, sabotages your profitable business. If you go back, we'll talk about that pushy sales energy and why this is a big hard no. This is not about being in that pushy sales energy. In fact, if you are feeling that you are in that pushy sales energy, I encourage you to look at your nervous system state because it could be a sign that you are in a dysregulated state, which is what we would need to deal with first. We only want to engage in these actions from a regulated nervous system. A regulated nervous system is the nervous system state that tells us it is safe to connect with others, courageously stand true to ourselves, and deal with any challenges that come our way. When we don't do connection from a regulated space, it looks something like pushing. It looks something like, I've got to get this done, sign a client or else. It's like aggressively texting or anxiously texting, or you're either avoiding it if you're coming from more of that freeze or fawn, or even the flight response. It's like procrastinating. It's planning. It's like I have to do everything else but connect. I have to clean, make content, talk, plan, worry, or prepare. It's a lot of shaming sometimes, or people pleasing, saying what you think that they want you to say instead of actually perhaps saying, I could support you with this, or would you like to have a conversation about how I can support you with this, or do you know anyone who is looking for support with this thing? If you go back to the 4-part series that I did on the different nervous system responses, we'll elaborate a little bit more on this. But what I really want you to walk away from this episode is that when you engage in connection with others, you engage in a space of like, I can connect with this person. I can be myself. It is safe to share what I'm working on, what I'm excited with. I am enough. I am confident. I am good at this. I am. I enjoy connecting. I enjoy learning. I enjoy exploring connection and different things. I enjoy sharing what I know and inviting people to learn more with me. I am so grounded that I know that if we have an uncomfortable moment, I will get through it and learn from it. I am so confident in myself that I know that what I have is of value. And I also know that if somebody doesn't want it, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything about me. It doesn't mean anything about them. I know that I'm not here to prove myself. I'm here to be, to gift my spirit, to gift my innocence, to just gift and serve. And I'm coming and I'm sharing from a place of service. So when it comes down to it, when you have this hour, there's kind of two things that we want to focus on. I want you to walk into your hour a day of work familiar with your nervous system, familiar with what regulation looks and feels like for you and what dysregulation looks and feels like for you. And I want you to create strategies that align with nourishing your nervous system, respect your fears and traumas and doesn't activate them, but at the same time strategically supports you in serving others and being paid well for it. What I mean when I say that is that when you're looking through the three areas that you're going to focus on, if I have a really big fear of how people perceive me, making content, I don't have to, no matter what anyone on the internet says, I don't have to go and like bare my life. That may not be the best service for me or my clients. Or if I get really dysregulated when I'm working at a computer, then I'm going to do my hour of work on my phone, maybe sitting outside, right? In a cafe. This isn't that you need to structure everything perfectly. It's not that you need to suddenly do an hour of yoga and prepare for this hour of work. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is that there are strategies that you can use to support you in leveraging your nervous system. And that's what you're going to learn on this podcast. Go back and have a look at some of the other episodes so that you are familiar with your nervous system and how your nervous system affects your business. And then divide your hour of work up today into clients, connection, and creation. Keep going. You're doing amazing. I can't wait to keep building with you.